Ambassador Zexathala of the Galactic Council pressed her 6 delicate fingers against her translator device, certain it had malfunctioned. The readings from the 3rd planet in the Sol system were impossible. Catastrophic atmospheric pressure variations, deadly radiation bombardment, temperature fluctuations that would liquefy most civilized species, and gravitational forces that could crush a Valterian's exoskeleton. Yet the humans not only survived there, they thrived. Captain Rodriguez. Zexathala addressed the human representative aboard the diplomatic vessel, her voice trembling with disbelief. Our scans indicate your homeworld experiences regular seismic devastation. Atmospheric storms with wind speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour, and seasonal temperature variations of over 60 degrees Celsius. Why haven't your people evacuated? Captain Maria Rodriguez smiled. A peculiar human expression that Zexathala had learned indicated amusement rather than aggression. Earth? Oh, you mean why don't we leave Earth? She chuckled, another bewildering human sound. Ambassador, that's not a death world, that's home. Zexathala's chromatophores flickered purple with confusion. Captain, please examine these readings. Your planet regularly experiences what we classify as Class 12 extinction events. Volcanic eruptions that block solar radiation for months, seismic activities that reshape entire continental masses, and atmospheric disturbances that generate electrical discharges, powerful enough to vaporize our finest warships. You mean thunderstorms? Rodriguez asked, tilting her head. Yeah, those are pretty cool. My daughter loves watching them from our porch. The ambassador nearly collapsed. Your offspring observe these catastrophic phenomena recreationally. Rodriguez activated a holographic display showing Earth from orbit. Zexathala recoiled as she witnessed massive white spiral formations churning across the planet's surface. Hurricanes that would obliterate entire star systems in her region of space. See? Ambassador, you're looking at this all wrong, Rodriguez explained, zooming in to show coastal cities where millions of humans lived, mere kilometers from these atmospheric monsters. Every challenge Earth throws at us just made us stronger, more adaptable. Those hurricanes? We've learned to predict them, prepare for them, even harvest energy from them. Zexathala watched in horror as the display showed humans surfing on liquid water during these storms, a substance so corrosive it dissolved metal and so violent it could crush vessels. But the seismic activity, your continental plates shift constantly. How do your structures survive? Engineering, Rodriguez replied simply. We build flexible. We learn to work with the planet instead of against it. Our buildings sway in earthquakes instead of breaking. Our cities float during floods. When volcanoes erupt, we study the lava flows and redirect them. The display showed human settlements thriving in landscapes that resembled planetary warfare zones, cities built on volcanic slopes, communities flourishing in polar regions where temperatures would freeze Zexathala's blood, and vast metropolises in desert regions where the heat would cook most galactic species alive. But why? Zexathala's voice reached a higher frequency, indicating extreme distress. The Galactic Council has identified thousands of habitable worlds, stable temperatures, predictable weather patterns, minimal seismic activity. Paradise worlds where you could live in peace. Rodriguez laughed again. Ambassador, you still don't get it. Those paradise worlds you're talking about? They sound boring as hell. Zexathala's translator struggled with the profanity, but the sentiment was clear. Look, Rodriguez continued. Every species in the galaxy seems to want the easy path. Perfect climate control, predictable everything, no challenges. But challenges are what made us human. When Earth hit us with ice ages, we invented fire and clothing. When it flooded our lands, we built boats and learned to swim. When it shook the ground beneath us, we developed architecture that dances with the movement. The captain pulled up historical records showing human expansion. You see disaster, we see opportunity. Every hurricane teaches us about fluid dynamics. Every earthquake shows us new engineering possibilities. Every volcanic eruption gives us insights into planetary geology. Earth didn't just shape our bodies, it shaped our minds. Zexathala studied the data streams showing human colonies on worlds the Galactic Council had classified as uninhabitable, planets with extreme radiation, crushing gravity, toxic atmospheres. In every case, humans hadn't just survived. They'd established thriving communities. Your species colonizes worlds we wouldn't send our worst criminals to. Zexthala observed. Because we see potential where you see problems, Rodriguez explained. That high radiation world you mentioned? Great for developing new medical treatments. The high-gravity planet? Perfect for physical conditioning and manufacturing processes. The toxic atmosphere world? Incredible for chemical research. Rodriguez activated another display showing Earth's biodiversity. Millions of species that had evolved alongside humans in the planet's harsh conditions. Earth didn't just create us, Ambassador. It created an entire ecosystem of survivors. Every creature on our planet has earned its place through adaptation and resilience. But the psychological trauma, Zexthala protested. Living in constant fear of planetary destruction, how do your people maintain sanity? Rodriguez's expression softened. We don't live in fear, Ambassador. We live in awe. Every sunrise is a gift because we know how rare and precious it is. Every calm day is appreciated because we understand the power of storms. Every moment of peace is treasured because we've earned it. She gestured toward Earth. Visible through the viewport, a blue marble swirled with white clouds that Zexthala now realized weren't peaceful. Decorations but massive atmospheric engines of creative destruction. You ask why we opt to live on a death world, Rodriguez said. But you're asking the wrong question, Ambassador. Earth isn't a death world, it's a forge. And we're not just surviving on it. We're being perfected by it. Zexthala stared at the planet in newfound understanding. The humans didn't live on a death world despite its dangers, they lived there because of them. Each challenge, each catastrophe, each seemingly impossible condition had shaped them into something unprecedented in galactic history. A species that thrived on adversity itself. Perhaps, Zexthala whispered. That's why you're the only species to have never asked for Galactic Council protection. Rodriguez smiled again. Ambassador, we appreciate the offer. But we've got this. As their vessel orbited Earth, Zexthala watched human children playing in what her sensors registered as a gentle rainfall, droplets of corrosive dihydrogen monoxide falling from the sky while electrical discharges illuminated the atmosphere. The children were laughing. For the first time in her diplomatic career, Ambassador Zexthala began to understand that some species weren't just adapted to their environment, they were transformed by it into something magnificent.